So the first thing I like to do is I just block out big shapes, got my paint thinner there, of flat color. I mean, I like to just identify the light side of the trees and the shadowed side. So let's just identify the shadowed side of the trees. Just gonna get some blue and I'm gonna create an average green. I mean, it's not gonna be the darkest green I see in the shadows. It's not gonna be the lightest. It's kind of right in the middle. Push a little bit of crimson into there just to desaturate the green a little bit. And even at this first stage, it's important to be aware of the shapes that you are creating because the light is coming from the right side. So if you kind of think of this as just like a big mass, as if you kind of tried to mold this out of clay, which side would be getting shadow, which would be getting light? You've seen me do this probably with fruit, like in a still life, or even the face in portraits. Working on the light side and shadow side of the face, it's the same thing. Shadow, now let's do the light side of the trees. Again, we just need to do an average, and I always say like kind of the darkest light that you can. So I'm just branching off from my shadow green. Actually probably should use a little bit of the cad lemon too, and even some burnt sienna, which is a red, just to desaturate it a little bit. And you notice I'm mixing it right next to my other one so I can see kind of what it's going to look like. And I'm not going by exactly what I see here. You know, photos are going to be distorted. They're going to, you know, this is kind of almost blown out in a way. It's like really bright. It's always going to look different, you know, depending on what you're looking on. If I'm looking at a printout versus the same photo on an iPad versus a phone, like it's going to look different. So you kind of have to be aware of what's happening and know like it's not that bright. And doing this exercise, I think you're going to be surprised, or not doing it if you're not doing this, but like watching, so I think you'll be surprised at how few variations of value or colors you need in the light side of trees. Now that we have light and shadow, now it's time to find variations between these and still create the form. So I like to start with the dark. So now I'm going to go in there and I'm going to try and find the areas that are deepest, like here, right there, there. You can see there's not too many of these like almost black areas kind of up here. They're more towards the bottom with trees. It's where the least amount of light is coming. So if I mix up a green, it's going to be very, very dark. And I can use this and think, okay, like where are my darkest areas? It's going to be underneath these masses, and I definitely see it under here. And so I'm pushing that. I'm utilizing working wet into wet paint because I want these to be soft transitions. I don't want a bunch of harsh lines here. You can see I already have some form happening. So as I'm doing this, I can also come back to my shadow color because we blocked out light and shadow. Pretty simple shapes, but these are trees and they're not like perfectly separated light and shadow. You're going to have some of these shadow shapes kind of drift into the light side of the tree a little bit. You don't need to put every one that you see, but just enough to vary it up and give it a more organic look. See how that's making it look more like a tree? Little trick or something to realize with trees is you don't need to put as many shapes as you think you do. A lot of times less is more. All right, I just want to take a quick break from the lesson to let you know that the full tutorial of the painting that you're seeing in this video is available on Paint Coach Studio. In there, I have literally hundreds of real-time painting tutorials all done by me. It's a great way to demystify the painting process and see how a painting is made and how it's not magic. It's a series of steps that you can learn too. I upload a new one every single week, so you never have to worry about not having something to paint. And once you're in, you also get to be a part of the Paint Coach private Facebook group that has close to 1,000 members. It's a great positive painting community of like-minded students that are learning just like you. You can try it free for 7 days to see if you like it. I'll put a link to where you can do that in the description of this video. Now let's do the same with the light side. Let's find, maybe we got a couple trickling in right there. So we don't want to do too much. Like we still want this this effect of light coming from the right side to read. So if I start putting a whole bunch here, I can put a few but it's gonna kind of kill that that feeling of light coming from the right side. I don't want to go too bright. That is the big pitfall so many people fall into. And now as I put these in, like I'm not going to put these in like on the right side here. Like I'm thinking light's coming from the right side. So I'm gonna put these here. And you see how it's just slightly lighter? Now another thing you can do, if you have something like this where you see how that's like too perfect, you can always come back, cut back in with negative space and get it a little imperfect. You don't want it to be like a perfect line like that. You kind of want to break it up. This whole idea, it's the same with creating a sphere. So that's my shadow green. So when I do this, this is just a circle. Let's say half this sphere is in light. Just breaking it down into light and shadow is gonna start creating form. Go a little bit lighter. Darker down here. Maybe a little cast shadow. But the same idea, I'm thinking the same thing as this. I'm this idea of a light side and a shadowed side and creating form. That's what I'm thinking about the trees. It's just the form is a more organic form. Okay, let's see if we can push one more lighter value in these trees. Now I'm just starting to get into this little demo like it's its own painting. And then, very last thing a lot of times with trees is just kind of putting some skies if you want. You don't need too many. Let me know if I would need them in here. But there you go. So you can see, you know, even this simple, very simple study, I've created a massive trees that has, you know, that makes sense. There's form to it. And yes, I could like, you know, could spend more time getting more detailed or just, you know, really kind of working this thing and everything. But I just wanted to show you what makes up trees like this and kind of how to go about organizing it. Because I know you look at this and it's a lot of chaos and it's like, where do I start? And I feel like the truth is you don't need to capture as much detail and much of the chaos as you think you do. All right, hope you enjoyed. Have fun painting.